So good. Okay, this looks so fire. Chocolate pound cake from this bakery. Good morning, you guys. So it's like 9:30 a.m.-ish, probably like 9:45-ish. I have had the worst allergies, which I didn't even know allergies in September were a thing. Like, I'm actually gonna Google it and be like, is this normal? Because I am dying. So I needed my matcha already to literally give me energy because I feel horrible. My legs are itchy. My throat is like swollen and itchy. I keep sneezing. It's just wild. But I took some allergy meds. So I already started off my day with my matcha. It's pretty much the peak matcha, which is my fave, and then some honey and then 2% milk. I do 2% right now just because it's less calories. So I like to save on the calories a little bit, but preferably I do like 3% milk because it has a little extra fat, which is healthy. But yeah, I like to save a little calories with 2%. And it's just so simple and so good. I love starting off my morning with matcha. Today's breakfast is super simple. I'm gonna start off with 1 egg. Scramble that up completely. Do some black pepper. And I'm also gonna actually add in another, but just an egg white. And I don't waste the yolks. Kylo actually loves the yolks. Some salt. A little bit of chili powder, which I know is different, just hang on with me here. Some garlic. Then I have some extra lean ground beef that I actually meal prepped for the week. This is so good because I'm gonna put it in my breakfast. I'm also gonna eat it throughout the week for lunch, dinner. You can make tacos, burrito bowls, so versatile. So I meal prepped this yesterday. So I'm going to add a little bit of that ground beef, a little bit of corn, some cilantro, some fresh lime. I always get asked what tortillas I use. I love these ones because they're only 50 calories. The ingredients are not the simplest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I've really cleaned up the food in my kitchen, and I would say 90% of the food in my fridge and pantry, just in my kitchen, has simple ingredients and no seed oils. But there's still 1 or 2 things here and there, which that is just kind of my approach to life in general. I follow like a 90-10 / like 80-20 rule where not everything has to be perfect, but I am pretty conscious for the most part to make sure that most of the food that I'm consuming, that I'm feeding Kylo and stuff, is healthy with simple ingredients. But yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect all the time, you know what I mean? But I do really like that these are 50 calories. I'm still looking for another alternative, but I do really like these. I get them from Superstore. For those of you who are Canadian, Superstore, the plug. I know this is like a different breakfast, but how good does this look? I know this breakfast is like a little different, but trust me, it is so good. Like, it's so good. And not to mention how high protein it is. You have the eggs, the beef, and it just has like that Mexican flavor with the chili, the corn, the cilantro, and the lime. Also, you guys might notice that the house is quiet today, and that's because my little Kylo is at his grandma's house. My mom took him for the day so that I could work today, and it's honestly been a lifesaver. Some cheese over top. Let's pray that this avocado is good, because I'm not gonna lie, it's been in the fridge for a while. Yeah, that's sad. It's very sad. I can squeeze a few pieces. There's like some parts that are decent. I'm putting a little bit of sour cream on top. So good. So this is my breakfast. I cannot wait to dig in. Look at how fire these look. So good. Y'all, these allergies are actually killing me. Like, is this normal? Great. And there's a grasshopper crawling up the window and I'm just staring at him. Anyways, it's now almost 12 and I'm getting hungry for just a little snack. For those of you who are new here, I love 2 meals a day. Okay, so I completely skip lunch. I want to clarify because in my last What Ate in a Day shorts, some people were a little confused and there was a little bit of confusion, okay? I am not advocating at all for skipping meals, at all. Even when I was overweight and overeating, I still only ate 2 meals a day. I have always just enjoyed eating 2 meals meals a day. It has nothing to do with, you know, losing weight. You can eat 1 meal a day and gain weight, and you can eat 1 meal a day and lose weight. It has nothing to do with the amount of meals that you're eating, and it has everything to do with the amount of calories you're eating. So yeah, just to clarify that, I just don't like eating lunch. I prefer having a really big dinner, so I kind of like to save up my calories for that. But also, who can be bothered to be in the kitchen cooking 3 meals a day? Not I, okay? I can barely be bothered to cook 2 meals a day, let alone 3. So I'd rather just have like those 2 big portions, but I literally never know what to have as a snack. I'm always running out of like little snack ideas. So I'm opening up my Yazio app. There's an entire recipe section which you can filter by calorie range. So if you're like, I only want to eat something within 300 calories right now, you can filter it within that and see what recipes are there. And I know I don't want to eat that many calories, so I'm just gonna look through the 50 to 100 calorie range. This one right here, which I've been wanting to try forever, the peanut butter stuffed dates. Like, that sounds so good, and I actually think I'm gonna add a little chocolate chip to mine. You guys know I have been calorie counting for years, obviously not for years straight, but I'm now officially 47 pounds down, and that is just wild to say. I still have a good 20 to 25 pounds to go, and the Yazio app has really helped me stay on track because I love how easy it is to track your calories. I've used other apps before, but I never really stuck to them just because of how messy the interface was, and it was just like hard to add things. With the Yazio app, the items that you add frequently stay in like your recent list, so it's super easy to just add items. So if you want to find out how many calories you need to lose weight, then I highly recommend to get on the Yazio app because I find it has the most accurate calorie deficit. I've used other apps in the past where I feel like they just give everyone 1200 calories and such a generic number, which is way too low for anyone, by the way. So Yazio has actually been super accurate with the deficit that it gives. The Yazio app is completely free to download, but I do recommend upgrading to the Pro because it has the features that I like the recipes, for example. You can get the Pro version with my discount link. It ends up being 50% off, which is about $19.99, so it works out to be $2, less than $2 actually a month. So that's incredible. I'm gonna leave my link down below. So thanks to Yazio for working with me on today's video. So I got my dates. I wanna follow the recipe on the app. So I think these dates, by the way, are so good. So I think I'm going to just do 3 dates to try because I've never had dates with peanut butter. Okay, maybe I'll have 4.
Call me crazy.
Call me adventurous. This is my favorite peanut butter, you guys. So good. It's organic and the ingredients are extremely simple. There's only 1 ingredient. It can't get any simpler than that, folks. But in the past, I've tried so many different like natural 1 ingredient peanut butters and they all get very dry. This peanut butter stays incredibly smooth. I actually had one of you guys message me saying that your son is really picky with peanut butter and he would only eat the Kraft one, which doesn't have the greatest ingredients, but it's the only one he would eat. And she finally tried this one for him and he loves it because of how smooth it is. Even when you get to the bottom of the jar, it's only a tiny bit dry at the bottom. You know, normally when you get to other peanut butter, other natural ones, like the bottom is extremely dry. This one, it's still pretty smooth at the bottom. So all you need to do is kind of like open them up like this. Let's take a little bit of that peanut butter. I'm gonna go easy on the peanut butter because we know it's pretty high calorie. Okay, this looks so fire. Like, I actually can't wait to try these right now. So anytime I'm making pasta, I do about an 80-ish gram of dry pasta for me alone. So I know this is a single serving. My husband doesn't like pasta, so I'm just gonna be making a little extra for Kylo to see if he likes it. So I'm gonna do like 130-ish. But this is a really good tip, is to weigh your dry pasta, because I don't know about you guys, but I've made pasta before where I just make too much of the noodles. So this is a really good trick. It's also just good because then you know exactly how many calories you're having. So I know I'm doing roughly 1 serving size. So my mic cut off, but what I was saying to you guys is that I use 3.8% milk because I've tried to use skim milk and it's just too watery for pasta. This is what a tired mama looks before dinner time. I'm just so tired. I've been like working, filming and editing all day. Kylo's almost home, so that's why I figured I would just start on dinner. I like to use what I have in the fridge to make sure I'm not wasting any food. So I meal prepped that ground beef that I told you guys. Basically that ground beef is chili, cayenne, garlic, onion, paprika. So it's got a really nice flavor to it, and I'm just gonna make a pasta with it. So there's so many things you can do. Make pasta, make tacos, make bowls. Like, this is the thing you gotta do when you're a mom, is work smarter, not harder. I know I look a mess, y'all. So I have some pasta sauce and some tomato sauce in the fridge. I'm gonna use one of these or both of these. You know what? I might go crazy and mix them. Go wild, you know? This LifeSmart brand is really good. I think it's from Metro or Longo. I can't remember, honestly. I'll put it up on the screen here when I figure it out. But the ingredients on this are super simple and they use olive oil. Love that. There's a lot of pasta sauces that use canola oil and just seed oils. I absolutely love how simple and clean the ingredients are on this one. A little bit of avocado oil. Hope I didn't make too much sauce, but I do like my pasta really saucy, so I don't think that would even be a bad thing. And then lastly, I am going to add some spinach. I'm gonna let that sit for just like 2 or 3 minutes. Time for dessert. You guys know I have such a sweet tooth, so over the weekend we got this chocolate pound cake from this bakery. And as you can see, I ate a decent amount of it on my little cheat day I had on Saturday. But today I will be having this small slice, and this is the perfect example. Look how good this looks. So delicious. I just want to like bite into it right now. This is the perfect example that you don't need to be too obsessive or 100% about your calories. I don't know the exact calories of this, but I know a ballpark number. In a situation like this, all I would do is go on my Yazio app and search up chocolate pound cake and just pick a generic one. And I know roughly how big my slice was, and I kind of, you know, do a ballpark range. So I know that this is roughly 150, maybe 200 calories max. If you want to be on the safe side, you could always go up a little bit more, but this is the perfect example that you do not need to be 100% spot on with your calories. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna completely trash your entire deficit or weight loss journey if you just do a little bit of estimating, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is a really good example to share with you guys, but I'm so excited to dig into this. So if you guys have not seen my 40 pounds down what I eat in a day, then I highly would recommend checking it out. That way you can catch up on my journey. So usually with every like 5 to 10 pounds lost, I film one of these what I eat in a days to keep you guys updated on my journey. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But for now, I'm gonna go eat this cake because it's calling my name.